Hello, good afternoon. My name is Chukwu Emeka, and the topic of this presentation today is going to be on the true Hebrew religion. Basically, in the presentation today, we are going to be telling brothers and sisters what to do when they decide to practice true Hebrewism. For instance, let's say you've been a Christian, or you've been a Muslim, or you've been practicing Judaism, and then you come to the realization that none of these religions I just mentioned have anything to do with the Bible. Not one of them have anything. They are all pagan religion. If you come to that realization and you make up your mind to go back to return to the worship of the true God of the Bible, in this presentation we'll try to outline steps that you should take to help you, to guide you back as you return and you make that journey. We are members of the Igbo tribe in southeastern Nigeria. We have recognized that we are the true Hebrews of the Bible, and we've also put up presentations to show proof that we are the remnant of the Hebrews of the Bible. So this presentation is specifically tailored to our members and our people and those who are interested in worshiping the real God of the Bible on what to do. Because believe it or not, most people who are Christians, if they tell themselves the truth, they will know that Christianity has nothing to do with the Bible. Absolutely nothing. If they tell themselves that, they don't even need to do any research. Like I mentioned, I was a Christian for a large part of my life. And when I read the Bible and practice Christianity, there's a huge difference. Most people remain Christians because they don't have any other option. They don't know any better. They don't know that they don't have to be Christians to worship the Most High. So we have put up a presentation on our true Hebrew identity. However, this presentation is not only for the Hebrew people, it's for anybody who wants to worship the God of the Bible. So we'll be putting this out there, and in this presentation we hope to explain to our people how to practice true Hebrewism. You should be proud to tell anyone that you're not a Christian, you're a Hebrew. This is a religion you practice. And it's not like it doesn't have a true foundation. Everything we're going to be saying here is going to come straight from the scriptures, and you'll see it yourself. Okay, like I mentioned, this presentation is basically for those who want to worship the true God of the Bible. Those who are tired of the lies and hypocrisy of modern biblical religions. Specifically, it's for those who have come to realize that they are of Hebrew descent. And by that we mean the Igbo people in southeastern Nigeria and in diaspora. We have made it very clear in the series of videos we have on the internet that the Igbo people in southeastern Nigeria are the remnants of the Hebrews of the Bible. We give endless reasons why we are the true Hebrews of the Bible. And not just us, those of us in southeastern Nigeria or the Igbo people in diaspora, but the people who have also been sold to slavery, the transatlantic slavery, especially the people who were sold to British colonies. They are mostly of Igbo descent, and they too are the Hebrews of the Bible. So this presentation is for those who have come to this realization and who want to worship the God of the Hebrews. When you've realized that you've been lied to about Christianity or Islam or Judaism, and you really want to come to the worship of the God of the Bible, in this presentation we state what you should do. Now, what is Hebrewism? Basically, Hebrewism is a religion, is a practice and observance of biblical traditions as was done by the ancient Hebrews and recorded in holy scriptures. And when we say scriptures, we don't mean only the Bible. We also include those books that have been methodically and systematically eliminated from the Bible. We are talking about books that they call apocrypha, books that such as the book of Jubilees, the book of Enoch, and the book of Jasher. In these books, the ancient Hebrews sat down and recorded their traditions, their worships, and their interactions with the God of the Hebrews. Modern day Hebrewism is an attempt to resuscitate this worship using these scriptures and the Igbo tradition as guide. This is what, when you want to practice this modern Hebrewism, or this religion that we call Hebrewism, this is what you're supposed to do. Basically, why do you need to even practice Hebrewism? You see, spirituality is human nature. Mankind was not created to be isolated from his creator. There is an innate part of man that looks for his creator. And so what the devil and his minions are doing is to put in objects that will distract man from this search for his creator. Spirituality is different from religion. You can be as religious as you want to be. If you do not follow your conscience or follow the guidelines stipulated in the scriptures, you don't have spirituality in you. You don't have righteousness in you. So spirituality basically should be a way of life or a method of living your life. It's not a bunch of practices. It's not somebody putting on a hood and a cape and drinking water and wine and whatever they want to, and chalice and all those nonsense. That has nothing to do with spirituality. All those things were put in there as distractions so that man will not look for his creator as stipulated in the scriptures. Basically, religion was created to control man's spirituality. Just like banking industry was created to control man's money and the financial interaction between humans. Religion was created to control your spirituality. That's just what it is. It has nothing to do with guiding your worship of God. It does not have, religious bodies do not care about your salvation. They only care about controlling you and your money. They don't care whether you go to heaven or not. They just don't care. It's not part of their job description. So all the biblical religions we have today, notably Christianity, and when we say Christianity, every form of Christianity, be it Catholicism, Jehovah's Witnessism, or whatever branch of Mormon, Deeper Life, Redeemed Christian Church of God, Mountain of Fire and Water, or whatever, all of them are just about the same thing. They are not there for your salvation. Absolutely not. They have nothing to do with the Bible. Absolutely not. They are there for crowd control and deception. Now, it takes someone who tells himself the truth. You can lie to people as much as you want. There are people who go to these churches and feel spiritually lifted and feel fulfilled and wonderful. But if you tell yourself the truth, you look at your Bible, you will know that there's a huge difference between what you're doing in these your Christian churches and what the Bible said. For those people who have come to that realization, who now know that, you know what, this thing we are doing is not what the Bible says, we want them to know that they don't have to be Christians. They can worship the God of the Hebrews by practicing Hebrewism. And that's what we'll be outlining today. So, like we mentioned, it's important that our people, those who are the Igbos in southeastern Nigeria, come to realize this, because this religion is a religion of the covenant between their ancestors and the Most High. And not only the Igbos, those who are interested in worshiping the God of the Bible, it's important that they realize this as well. And that's why we're putting this out there. Now, the steps that you need to practice through Hebrewism. If, for instance, you've gone through our presentation, let's say you are of Igbo descent, or your ancestors were slaves in the Americas, in British colony or elsewhere, and you've realized that you are of Hebrew descent, and you want to come back to the worship of the God of the Hebrews. Or let's say you are not of Igbo descent, however, you just want to worship the God of the Bible. First of all, these are the steps you are supposed to take. First of all, number one is to stop. Just stop. Stop all forms of paganism that you've been practicing. Any form of paganism that you've been practicing, please stop it. What does that mean? It means that first of all, you should stop going to your churches, your so-called churches. Those are pagan houses. These are whore houses. In Jeremiah chapter 38, it mentioned that our people go by troops to whore houses. These are the so-called Christian churches, you see. So if you want to worship the God of the Bible, stop going to these churches. They are forms of paganism. Return to the God of the Bible. If you read Hosea chapter 6, it said we should come together and return to the God of our ancestors. That's the first thing you do. Stop all these practices, all these pagan practices. Today, a number of people will go to church because today is a Sunday. Right? A lot of people will go and worship in churches. You stop that. If you want to practice Hebrewism, you stop it. You don't worship on the first day of the week. That is on Sunday. And Sunday is the first day of the week. You worship on the Sabbath day, on the day the Most High said you should worship, which is on Saturday. That is the day you observe. So stop all forms of paganism. Stop celebrating the pagan idol holidays such as Christmas. Stop celebrating pagan Easter feasts. Stop celebrating Mother's Day. Stop celebrating St. Patrick's Day and all those things. Just stop it. Observe the feasts as the Most High has commanded. Now, number one, like I mentioned, is stop all forms of paganism. And that means stop going to your churches that you're doing. Return to the God of your ancestors, to the God of the Bible. Stop celebrating the pagans' holy day and feast days. Just stop it. Number two, know the sacred name of God. We put out a video on the true name of God. If you've not seen that video, please go now and watch it. We will put a link to that video in this presentation. Please, you can also access it through our website. Please stop whatever you're doing. Stop even watching this particular video and go and watch that video. It's a very powerful presentation. We gave the true name of the God of the Hebrews. His name is Aya Asha Aya. I am that I am. And we give proof of that in the Bible. So if you want to worship the God of the Bible, first of all, you have to know his name. You can't worship God in ignorance. The Most High does not tolerate ignorance. You have to know his name. And we have put out a presentation on the true identity, the true name of the God of the Bible. That name has been in the Bible ever since. So we've put it out there. Please stop now and go and watch that video and know the sacred name of God. Please stop calling, if you really want to worship the God of the Hebrews, stop calling him Jehovah or Yahweh or Yeshua or Yahashawa or whatever. Just stop calling him that. Call on the true name of God, which we have presented in that particular video. Number three, understand and observe and follow the calendar of the Most High God. So the Most High, who created us, who created the universe, gave us a calendar to follow. It is a 12-month calendar. It's the calendar we currently follow that shows January, February, March, and all those ones. Those were brought in by the Romans, actually. Okay, it was brought in by the Romans. The Most High gave us a calendar, a 12-month calendar. From the first month, you have the first month to the 12th month. They were not named, they were numbered. Most people, for instance, call the first day of the week Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday. Those are fine. Those are named after the gods of Europe. The Most High gave us 7 days in a week. And then he gave us months of 30 days, with some months being 31. 4 months actually are 31. The rest are 30. He gave us a calendar. And he didn't name those days, he numbered them. I know that in some Bibles or some interpretation, you see like all these Babylonian names, such as the month Abib, the month that the Jewish people have inserted in the Bible. Those were not originally in the Bible. The months were not named, they were all numbered. So you need to understand the calendar of the Most High. Why do you need to understand this calendar? First of all, it is different from the calendar we now hold. For instance, in the month of January, using the Gregorian calendar that we now observe, the month of January is called the first month of the year. The practice of calling the first month of the year, calling January the first month, actually started in about 153 BC by the Romans. Before then, nobody in their right mind will just come in the middle of winter and call it the first day of the first month of the year. That first month have to start from the spring. The true calendar of the Most High has the first month somewhere towards the end of March, at the beginning of spring, the spring season. That is when everything starts. That's when the year starts. So we have the calendar of the Most High. We figured it out, and we'll put up a video to explain that very, very soon. Please watch out for that video. You have to understand the calendar of the Most High and also use it, because it is different from the one we have now. Now, why do you need to understand this calendar? You see, you cannot worship God properly if you do not know that calendar of the Most High. For instance, the Most High said we should keep the Sabbath day holy, right? If you don't know which day is Sabbath day, you can't keep it holy. And Sabbath does not mean Saturday. Actually, Sabbath means stop work. So it's the day you are not supposed to do work. It's not only on the 7th day that is Sabbath. There are also other days, such as the new moons, that are Sabbaths. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, those are Sabbaths. Those are Sabbaths as well. Some of them fall on Saturday, some of them do not. But you have to observe it. For instance, in the Catholic Church, they practice what you call the Lenten period right now, where they fast and do all those things. They are practicing it between February and March. They are practicing between February and March. In the scriptures, in Leviticus chapter 21, the Most High said we should afflict ourselves, we should fast and pray on the 7th month. The 7th month does not fall anywhere near February and March. Actually, the 7th month, if you study the calendar of the Most High, is around October. So they still do the biblical things. The pagans still do something similar to what the Most High told us to do, but they do it at a different time. That is why in the book of Daniel, or what they call Daniel, it says that the evil one will try to change times and laws. The calendar we're currently using has been changed. So the third thing you need to do if you want to return to the God of the Hebrews is to understand the calendar of the Most High. And we will just watch out for our video on the calendar of the Most High. You will see it. We'll also put a link to it in this video you understand that video, if once you get the calendar, it will be impossible to miss. All you need to know is the first day of the year. Once you know that day, it's impossible to miss it. Number 4, you have to be holy and righteous. The Most High told us, the children of Jacob, that we must be holy unto him, because we are offered, our life is offered as a sacrifice to him. The Most High is not going to tolerate some unholy sacrifice. We are light of the world. We, the Hebrews, are a people that the Most High set apart as a sacrifice to him. Of all the creations in the world, with the corruption of mankind caused by the fallen angel, the Most High set up Jacob from the line of Abraham, from Abraham to Isaac, Jacob, and the children of Jacob are supposed to be sacrificed unto him. They are supposed to be as righteous as he is. We're supposed to be righteous because he himself is righteous. We are supposed to be like our God. So that's the 4th thing you need to do if you want to practice Hebrewism. You need to strive to be righteous. Keep the commandments of God. Observe the feasts and statutes and laws of God. Listen to his voice, spoken to you in your conscience or spoken through the prophets in the Holy Scriptures. You need to observe all these things, and you need to strive to be righteous. The Most High made it very clear in the book of Ezekiel, or the book that the people call Ezekiel, chapter 18. He made it clear that you have to not sleep with someone else's wife or covet someone else's property or his wife. You don't have to keep what somebody gave to you as collateral for a debt. You don't have to borrow people money for profit. You have to feed the needy and the naked and the poor. These are commandments that the Most High gave us. And again, this should be a telltale sign to anyone, for those people who still believe that Judaism is the practice of the Old Testament of the Bible. What I just quoted to you right now is in the Old Testament, in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 18. But the Jewish people in their religion don't practice this. They will never give you a loan for free. Are you kidding me? But the Most High say we should do this. So how is what they do the religion of the Most High? So we have made it very clear that the Igbo people today are the remnants of the Hebrews in the Bible, and that we are Hebrews, we are not Jew. We have made it very clear in our presentations that there is a huge difference between Hebrewism and Judaism. And we want to iterate it here. When you want to be a Hebrew, when you want to practice Hebrewism, you are not practicing Judaism. There's a huge miles of difference between both religions. And number 5, this will be the most obvious one: observe and keep the Sabbath holy. Like I mentioned earlier, the Sabbath is not only on Saturday, or I don't even like calling it Saturday, which is the god of the Europeans, Saturn Day. That's where the name Saturday came from. It's not only keeping the 7th day holy. There are other days that are Sabbaths as well. The Sabbath can fall in any day of the week. You also are responsible to keep it holy if you want to practice Hebrewism. And the only way you're going to know that is if you understand the calendar of the Most High. We have seen a number of calendars on the internet which are totally incorrect. Please look forward please see our video on the true calendar of the Most High and observe these things. And may the Most High bless you as you make up your mind to stand on his path. And brothers and sisters, let me make this very clear right now. It's not easy. My family and I have been practicing Hebrewism for years now. And before we start having people joining us, it's really not easy trying to do these things. If you decide that you're not going to walk on the 7th day, you're not going to do this, you're going to lose a lot of things. You're going to lose a lot of friends, people that used to come hang out with you and all those ones, they may not want to do that again. The reason they don't want to do that is not because they know what you're doing is wrong, but because they are scared of the truth. A lot of people are afraid of the truth. So if you want to be a Hebrew, let me warn you right now, it's not going to be easy. But this is what you have to do, because you will know that the moment you do it, you will find peace. The only reason you will decide to worship the God of the Hebrews is because you're tired of being lied to with all this false religion. That is the only reason you decide to look for your God. You come back to the God of the Hebrews. And when you do that, you find peace. So it doesn't matter whether people are there for you or not, whether it's easy or not, whether you find it difficult to get things when you need them or when you don't need them. It doesn't matter. The point is that as long as you practice this, you and your family and the people around you, that's when you begin to have peace in your mind. And the Most High, like He promised through the prophet Hosea chapter 6, that as sure as the sun is due to rise tomorrow morning, so we can be sure that the Most High will come to us. He will rebuild us. So I'm promising you, and I'm giving you the word of the Most High, that as you make up your mind to come to Him, He will come to you. He will answer you in ways you cannot imagine. May the Most High of our ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, remember the covenant that He made with our ancestors. May He remember the covenant He made with our fathers when He promised to answer our prayers and to be there for us. May God bless you as you make this decision. You can look for other people who are practicing the Hebrew religion for encouragement. You can also come to our website to get information. Again, we are not a congregation per se. We are people that just do the things the Most High said we should do in the scriptures. We do not collect offerings of any kind. We do not collect tithes of any kind. Please, if anyone asks you to send money in our name, please disregard. We will never ask for that. Our offerings and tithes to the Most High is in the forms of doing these 5 things here: keeping the commandments, the statutes, and the feasts of the Most High. That is our offering to God. I mean, Most High bless you as you do that. Selah.